Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so we're back in, and Garma's brought green. So he felt like with all the rush decks that maybe green as a counter deck would be the right way to go.
I was going to ask if this was definitely green, but then he drew Fiery and Golem. Because
Right.
I thought it might be Apex just from the cards we saw in the first shuffle.
You know what,
But
you're
yeah,
right. Normally you don't see Eldwood Embraces in Apex decks, but I guess we brought that, so
yeah, and we
maybe
posted the
it's
list
getting
on
more
Discord,
popular.
so it wouldn't have been too surprising.
I guess the choking's gonna help him a ton in this matchup.
Yeah, also, can I just, yeah, can we have a moment of silence for Garma and him drawing 5 land cost cards in his opening hand twice in a row?
Yeah, poor Garma.
Like,
I know that feeling. Against Hithlum, I started triple Thyrene Golem. It was not a good feeling.
yeah, poor guy. Okay, so this time he is going double forwards, which is cool. So again, it's a choice. Do you want to slow your opponent down in return for not collecting? And when you have multiple five land cards in hand, it can
Well,
often be the right choice.
I think Garma can actually play as a rush deck, and I think that's the
Oh,
way you
okay.
want to play this in almost all of your matchups. I think
So
you want to play as rush.
by a rush deck, you mean
A very slow pace rush
yeah,
deck, like more as a mid-range rush, yeah.
yeah.
But you're going up the middle, just force, 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 force,
So
Tharian.
if the opponent did just double land forwards, which would be, it wouldn't be crazy, then he gets to step on it and play forest, which is a huge boon, because otherwise his lands get kind of awkward and slow. But like, yeah, if he manages to step up and make a forest, that would be land progression as fast as if he double landed last turn. So Paperino does actually have an answer in Choking Sand if he wants to use it, which he does, but I mean, this is still awkward for both sides. Like, it's probably worse for. Oh, okay, Paprika. Yeah, that's
I
clever.
think playing the monk here is a little bit greedy because a willow could come down to now
I,
taunt it, but
I think it's fine because even if that happens, you still get decent lands. Whereas if you don't play the monk, it's just really
right,
awkward.
right. If you make that desert on your turn, even if your monk dies off, you feel like you accomplished the land progression.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and he's going to get massively rewarded because Garma has one of the clunkiest hands I've seen in Feria. That's that's really unfortunate. I mean, so when Garma does hit 5 land, it's going to be pretty explosive because he gets the Siren Golem and insta-feed it for +4 mana. So that actually makes up for almost all the not collecting he's been doing. But the question is just, he can't stop any land progression. He can't stop being hit in the face. His opponent's drawing cards and gaining mana. Oh my goodness, how
Oh
the hell do
wow.
you beat that?
This is going to be insane. Not only does he have Callum's Prayer for hitting face, but now he has the Sagittarius on board to gain that
uh,
additional Feria.
yeah, and he still hasn't made a land, so he has 4 mana to play, say, another monk if he draws it in 2 cards, or a follower.
This is
So,
looking really grim for Garma. Garma needs like a Grove Guardian in order to come back, and
yeah,
even
and he
then
needs
it's
it
not even
now.
that good.
Okay, you still play. Okay, yeah, you still play something. It's interesting how, yeah, it was Paparino both times, right? Prioritizing getting these double lands. Like, I think
Right.
in a position like this, I would definitely have just for deserted and smack face. Like, you have the Radrum Sagittarius, so you're already collecting extra by doing that, right? And you can always just make a desert behind it next turn.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually mana neutral, but you get an extra hit in if you and you have 2 deserts instead of a double land if you just smack them that turn.
And you would rather the desert next to the orb rather than where it is now,
So
because if it's next to the orb, you can hit with 2 units potentially, whereas where it is now, if you summon a unit, you can only hit from one
I mean,
spot.
what I mean is you actually can get both. Like you could play a desert last turn, hit for 2, and then play a desert behind it. And I think you're pretty much in the same position. Like you're in the same position mana wise, but you have
Right, right. I
a
was just
second
saying as
desert
well though,
instead of
if the
yeah.
board was cleared, it's better as a respawn point to be next to the orb than where it is, because you can only
Yeah.
hit once from where the desert currently is.
And that looks pretty over, I think. Like, so Delos Crusaders already at 8/8. So I mean, Garman's gonna have a really big turn. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Shamanic Dance is very good at the moment at stabilizing.
Right, he doesn't have the Crusaders yet, But then again, he has the Deathwalker,
Oh, but
so
he only has one. Oh,
it
that's
is looking. It
yeah.
looks really bad because
It,
if that Tharian Golem dies to a Flash Wind Deathwalker trade, it is
oh,
over.
even if it doesn't, though. Oh, I guess the Deathwalker was played somewhere it couldn't interact. So it's interesting. Paperino put the Deathwalker in the middle, which meant it was better at stopping any creature that was played, but harder to hit face. So um, so yeah, I guess Garma's going to take less damage this turn because of that. And like this was well played by Garma because he needed to play this 5-14, but if it gets hit by the Deathwalker, the game actually just ends. Like his only advantage right now is that he has this 5-14 taunt. Oh my gosh, another Deathwalker. That's yeah, this is going to be a tough one for Garma to come back from. So I guess you draw some cards, like maybe if you get a taunt maybe for the six
Well,
five.
you have to Earthcraft here.
Yeah, I think you draw first, but because well, there's nothing that spends all your mana, so maybe not. Oh my god, poor. Like I don't know what's in his deck. Maybe he does run, 10 creatures or something, but this can't
I
feel
think you
good.
have to feed and find a
Yeah,
Grove Guardian.
I mean you might as well
You're
feed.
going to straight up lose if the 514 hits
Yeah,
into the Deathwalker.
there's no reason not to feed because any creature you play is going to die to the 6/5 anyway, so you might as well bank, 13 mana first.
Yeah.
Because yeah, any HP above like I guess 6 or 7 maybe, because that survives shenanigans with archers and other creatures. This doesn't matter. Okay, but he's not going to. So he now takes 10 damage, assuming.
Yeah, assuming Paperino hits in properly or doesn't draw Last Nightmare. Okay, so the Deathwalker hits in, the Sagittarius shoots, then you drop another Sagittarius, and then Ghoul and Deathwalker hit.
I guess you might as well, because so the Sagittarius effectively cost 1 mana, but it's probably going to be. Yeah, it'll do more than 1 mana worth of effects, and you have 12 mana, so you might as well. I would
The
have been
other
tempted
option is
to
to
make a
shoot
land.
face and then play the Sagittarius behind the Deathwalker, and that way it's set up to collect and shoot.
Wait, where were you going to play the Sagittarius?
So you could play
Oh yeah,
Sagittarius
I
here
get it, I get it.
instead. Maybe
Uh,
that's better.
I'm not sure because it blocks up one of the spots you want to be aggressive from.
Yeah.
I don't think it actually matters though.
It looks like he's just gonna opt in for Deathwish Ghoul by the looks of it.
Trying to be a hype caster aside, I think this game is basically over. Garma, like
Fair enough.
Capino has more mana than Garma, and he has a ridiculous board presence, and he has so Ruden's commands healed about 10 damage, which means there's like a 19 damage worth of Zealous Crusader somewhere, and he still had the Deathwalker.
Oh, there's a Zealous.
Yeah.
16-16 currently.
Yeah.
Roger Munt gets to hit face. I would have even hit face with the
I honestly think it
yeah,
doesn't matter
it's game over,
anyway.
but I guess Paperino knows it's over, so he's just playing it like whatever.
Yeah, you can't.
Those were not optimal lines.